GoodKarmaBrands.com.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. And there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
Or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
All you have is one. One chance after an accident. One decision on who to call. One shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
The best summer moments aren't always planned, and that's why Carbless is made for whatever's next. Delivering bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail, Carbless is ready to go wherever summer takes you. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and only 100 calories, it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle so that you can enjoy every summer moment with Bliss. And while you're making the most of the season, try the limited-time Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack or the Lemon Iced Tea 4-pack before they're gone. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find your Bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Wisconsin basketball head coach Greg Gard. This is 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD2, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Not even 7 a.m. and I'm already under siege. So I was just telling the guys.
Kind of happens once a week for you, though, doesn't it?
It does. Why is the world conspiring against me?
I don't know. It's just things like that that have to happen so perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Have to happen so perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yes.
Right? So I'm telling the guys as I walk in, I've got my work bag sitting in the passenger seat of my car. I've got my protein shake. It's one of these cans, you know, the kind you get at Costco, chocolate protein shake. It's sitting in my cup holder. So I just grab it from the cup holder. I just want you to think about the proximity here. We're not talking about a long distance. And I just give it a little toss into my work bag, right? Like, you know, my arm can basically reach the work bag, but I grab it from the thing and I toss it into my work bag. And it hits the spoon that I have in my work bag to eat my yogurt this morning at just the right angle to do a little hole, kind of like you were shotgunning. Remember back in the day?
Yeah.
Put a little hole in it, and then you, and then it.
So is that what you did? You just shotgun the?
No, I should have. Honestly, that would have been the smart, quick reaction.
Sure.
But I didn't. It started spraying everywhere.
Oh, that poor Mary Poppins bag.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised there's not lettuce growing out of there or something.
That bag has seen some stuff.
But it's like I was
I'm sure there are things in that bag that can do some of the things that lettuce has been doing to people recently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I was opening a bottle of wine, a couple months ago. You know how it's got the knife on the end of it? Not really sharp.
The wine opener.
The wine opener.
Yeah.
So I dropped it, and it stabbed me in the foot and was pointing directly up.
Oh, like that scene from Mission Impossible?
It didn't hurt, but it was so cool. I pulled it out, and I'm like, damn it, I should have took a picture of it. It was so cool.
Remember the knife that falls from the heating and air conditioning thing, and it just and perfectly in the corner of the desk?
Yeah.
Needless to say, I was like,
How much did you save?
I think a good amount, honestly, because I stuck my. I mean, look, guys. Let me see if I can find.
Oh, it's leaking on the side there.
It's
leaking. Yeah, there's a hole in it.
Come on,
what did you think was going to happen?
I thought maybe the liquid had gone below the hole. If I'm being honest,
the hole's in the. Where's the hole?
I hope it's right below the place where you drink it.
Here.
Can
I
you see it?
Yeah, I see it. You just pressed it, and more leaked out.
Just think about it. The spoon had to hit it. The top of the spoon, not the bottom, not the rounded part. The top of the spoon with the little. It doesn't even have like a sharp edge. It's just a little corner, and it just. Click and protein shake everywhere. So now when I get out to my car at 9:04 or whatever
Smell
it is,
like protein shake.
The whole side, driver's side door is just a Jackson Pollock right now.
Well, that'll go perfect with Dario's dent on the other side.
Hope you're not trying to resell this thing.
I think I told you about that off the air, but sure.
You know better if you tell something Chewy off the air.
Did I say Firestone?
Did she say to tell it or not to tell it?
Anyway, I'm covered in chocolate protein shake this morning. Good morning.
It gives me something to add. I haven't added to the things in the Mary Poppins bag list here in a while. So exploded protein shake now making the list.
Protein shake spray should be on the list. Although it is a little celebratory. You know, like when you would put your thumb over the top of a champagne bottle and shake it up, and which we should be celebrating. Because as of today, the Brewers, your Milwaukee Brewers, have the best record in baseball. Last night, that feels like it needs an air horn, Joshy. I don't know. No air horn this morning? Last night, they overtook the Dodgers with their win. Dodgers lost to the Phillies, I believe. And now the Brewers, with 100 games in the books, have the best record in baseball. And yesterday was a very, I don't want to overinflate anything, right? We always talk about 162 and, one game, Gabe, you are the captain of this position. One game doesn't make or break a season. But last night felt like a big moment for the Brewers. And I'll tell you why. Because Freddy Peralta, there's all the pomp and circumstance. They're giving him the claps. They're giving him the applause. Happy to have him back. And then Freddy gave it back. What do you call it? He returned their hospitality, if you will, to the tune of home run and home run and home run. And Jacob Misiorowski on the hill. I wasn't at the game last night, but even watching it, it felt like an electric atmosphere given the storylines that were going into the game. What was your takeaway from last night's game, watching Jacob Misiorowski go out there? Shortened outing for the Miz, for their ace. But the Brewers in a dominant win over the Mets. Now they have 4 straight wins. And again, that nice round number of 100, and they have the best record in baseball.
Yeah, it was a good win. And getting a lot of contributions from the bottom part of the lineup to get home runs from Cooper Pratt and Joey. Joey just continues to swing a great bat.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just a third baseman. I don't know. Swung a really, I don't want to say really good, but he had his best offensive year, his rookie year, when he was playing third base. When Willie Adames was still here. Last year, plays shortstop. Beginning part of this year, plays shortstop. Offensive numbers aren't there. Call up Cooper Pratt, send Joey back over to third base. Suddenly he starts hitting the ball again. He had a dinger last night. So to get the contributions out of the bottom part of the lineup, that's really great to see, especially as Cooper continues to grow, and he's going to have his ups and downs as a 21-year-old rookie. But to get that first home run was a real cool moment for him.
My takeaway was, I don't want Freddie. Does his mechanics look absolutely terrible?
Yeah, but if it's his mechanics, don't you feel like the Brewers...
Nah, I just don't think there's enough time. I don't know. He got rocked, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rocked.
However, counterpoint, when the Brewers have acquired some of these guys, the very next time you see them, they look like different pitchers. So I don't know how much time, again, you are the president of In Matt Arnold We Trust, right? And a lot of that trust has to do with his ability to scout and then the pitching lab, whatever it is that they get in there, and they can tweak and, turn these guys into world beaters. I don't know how much time you need, if I'm being honest.
You don't need much time. You just got to get that Mets stink off of him.
I just think if Freddie pitched earlier in his career for the Arizona Diamondbacks, you would be like, no, we don't want him. All it is the Wisconsin tie and the fact that he was here. No.
But I also think, Chu, and I don't disagree with what you're saying, because that does happen.
Yeah.
Right? And I always say, we love people from Wisconsin
Yes.
here. We always think that they can contribute in meaningful ways. But I also think that when you talk about veteran leadership in the pitching staff, that's where he has value as well. And I know you're saying, you got to be able to pitch. That's what you're saying. Like, hey, we're not into moral victories here. We don't need a mentor. We're just bringing on a mentor. But I do think that when you talk about guys who don't have a ton of playoff experience, you mentioned yesterday, Gabe, playoff starting experience. I think there's value in Freddie from that experience standpoint, Gabe.
How about just the fact that he's been good every other season than the one he was with the stinky Mets?
Yeah. You just got to get the Mets stink off of him. If there was any pitcher, Chew, like if his name was, Freddy Contreras, I don't know, and he had a 2.70 ERA last year, and now he's got a 5 ERA, yeah, I think the Brewers can fix him, because that's what they did with Lance McCullers. Lance looked pretty decent last night. Did give up a couple of runs, but he's easing back into it after coming off of an injury. But they were really happy with what he did coming out of the bullpen. Probably had to throw a little bit more than what they were anticipating because of the Miz situation. But every pitcher they continue to bring in here, whether it's Aaron Savale, whether it's McCullers, these guys over the years, they're going to make him better. And not that Freddie's going to suddenly recapture his 2.70 ERA form of a year ago, but you only need him to have probably an ERA around 3.5.
There's got to be someone better out there.
Problem is,
yeah,
he's going to be one of the most sought after because of his playoff experience and because
you think so.
We don't.
God, he looked horrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
I understand you.
Yeah,
the American League is a bleeping mess.
Yeah.
Right? These teams that we thought were going to sell.
Except the Sox.
Tigers. Well, 2 weeks ago,
we
thought the Red Sox were going to sell and Sonny Gray was going to be available and they were going to make all these guys potentially available. Now they've won 14 in a row. They've got the last wild card spot. They're not going to sell. Tigers won again last night over the Cubs. Thank you for that. Tigers aren't going to sell. So these teams that we thought 2 weeks ago going into the All-Star break that were going to be sellers, I don't want to say they're necessarily going to be buyers, but the teams that are actually selling are few and far between. You got the Giants, you got the Mets, and you got the Rockies. But also the problem with these teams is they're so bad, the good players on the team are few and far between. So who do you actually want from those rosters? Because there's a reason that they're so bad.
I just think it's a risk. I think it's a risk to sit there and say he can really help us. I mean, he wasn't good.
Smoked, yeah.
He got crushed.
And if we're being honest, too, there is a lot of reaction on the Carbless Talk and Text line and a lot of reaction already this morning on the YouTube stream that agrees with you. Garrett says, if the Brewers trade for Peralta, I will be genuinely upset. The guy is absolutely awful. Guaranteed to give up a home run every start on the bump. This would be an all-time Atanasio move if completed. John says, after yesterday's game, maybe we don't need him at all. Maybe we got rid of him at the right time. And Jayleon says, Peralta is doo-doo. So, again, that is the reaction. Again, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment either, right? But yesterday, is there any part of you guys that is willing to chalk up, maybe the Brewers are just really, really, really good?
Well, and they are, but, I mean, Freddie's been really bad going into this. It's not like he has a 5 ERA because of just last night. He's got a 5 ERA because he hasn't pitched well all season. And I understand where the people are coming from in the YouTube chat on the Carbless Talk and Text line about, hey, I don't want Freddie. I get that. I don't understand this would be an Atanasio move. Because outside of approving the money for deals, I don't think Mark gets that involved in the baseball decisions.
No, which is smart.
Yeah. Like he just approves, hey, I can afford this, I can't afford this. And maybe you can disagree with what you think you can and cannot afford.
That's what I don't like about Murphy. You know? Mark Murphy.
Oh, Mark Murphy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
Pat
are you
Murphy.
I'm like, what do we got a problem
Just
with
let
Murph?
your guys do your job.
Yeah.
Trust your guys.
And I think Mark does that. I think Mark does a really good job. So if Freddie is a Brewer, isn't a Brewer, that's a decision to me that's made by the
By the front office.
By the front office.
And I will say this, if the front office brings him back, I think we all probably need to fall in line with Chewy's line of thinking, which is they've seen something in him that they think they can fix. Right, Chew? Again.
Yeah. He just looked sloppy to me, like he's almost falling off the mound. I know he was always kind of I don't know what you'd call it, Gabe. Release it and then kind of pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
But mechanics looked all over the place, which they might be like, hey, that's fixable. And
I mean, if it's just a mechanical issue,
yeah,
that to me is an easy fix.
Get him in the garage.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Chris Hook's throwing the overalls on, and he's rubbing his hands, going, "Oh, I can just a little tweak
but me
here,
and Gabe,
a little tweak there."
You know, just a little pivot here. We were talking about Yelly, and look, Yelly's a nice guy, lifelong Brewer.
Not lifelong, but yeah, I get your point.
Yeah, but might be time to sit him. A DH. The most important thing he's supposed to do is hit the ball. 6 home runs? I mean, nice guy, right?
Well, and he's been the face of your franchise for
I don't care. You know what? We're trying
now.
to win this damn thing here. You know, if you're not performing, then I'm sorry. You know, nice guy be damned, but got to put the best people out there.
Let me ask you about that, though, Chew, because I think we all have a pretty high opinion of Pat Murphy, right? We think that for the most part, he presses the right buttons, he pulls the right levers, gets this team to perform at a high level. So if he continues to keep Yelich in the lineup, are you also willing to acquiesce that he must have a reason for it? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or even look at what we discussed just a few moments ago. They have the depth to be able to withstand a Yelly slump. Like, are you willing to say, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I
don't ever see Murphy putting them in a position to be like, wow, I really like this guy, so I'm just going to keep him out there and see if he can work. I mean, he is trying to work his way through it. We did have that conversation regarding Sal as well. Gabe, what do you think? Like, if Murphy's keeping Yelly out there, are you willing to say, the skip has earned my, I'll default to what he thinks?
At what point is it no longer a
Ooh,
slump?
that's a long pause you just gave us there, my friend.
And I'm with Chewy. Like, I love Yelly, and I want him to break out of whatever funk he's currently in. And he was hitting the ball well in the first part of the season, but since the first month of March and April, where he hit 314, he's hit 208, 253 in June, which you can live with. In 15 games in July, he's hitting 186 with a slugging of 339. He's getting his walks. He's getting on base. He can do some of the things, but when you've got somebody who's batting leadoff and his on-base percentage is 314 and his slugging's 339, you got better options. If you want to keep him in the lineup, fine, but you got better options in terms of how to configure this. And I'm curious to see how much more patience they have with Yelly batting leadoff.
At least have a discussion, okay, internally. And I always go back to when they sat down and Holmgren came in and said, I'm thinking of sitting Brett down, right? In front of the whole coaching staff. And, there were maybe 2 defectors, but no, let's work. At least have should we sit him down?
Yeah,
right?
Because that could open up at-bats for Luis Lara, who wasn't in the lineup once again last night. Because they're playing Bowers in the outfield.
And then you can't take Garrett Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell can't come out of the lineup.
He's on fire. Who would go to DH?
Vaughn or Bowers. And then whichever one's not the DH plays first, and then Lara plays out the
Look,
outfield.
maybe I'm misremembering. Totally willing to say that. But doesn't Yelly have a slump every year? Why do I feel like we have this conversation about Christian Yelich every dang season? Am I wrong? Joshy, am I wrong about that? Doesn't it feel like every year we're talking about, should we keep Christian Yelich in the lineup? What if he doesn't? And then he hits his way out of it, and we're like, oh, yeah, Yelly is back.
But at what point is this a slump?
Yeah. I think the difference in the past had been that his power numbers came down. He was still getting on base. He was still moving runners. And I think now that he's not getting on base at a rate, it's a little different conversation. And I do think it's materially different than in the past when Andrew Vaughn and Jake Bowers and Luis Lara have given you every opportunity to demand more at-bats. Like, between Vaughn and Bowers and the games they play with them, Like, I know they're splits and they're trying to, even though you look at Jake Bauer's numbers and it doesn't really matter. So taking him and pinch hitting him or not using him doesn't make a ton of sense this year. Like, I know they're playing that game, but taking at bats from those guys at some point is detrimental towards the team. And there's the best record in baseball.
I know Homer loves this stat, OPS plus, because it normalizes 100 is average. 100 is your league average. And for the first time since he's been a Brewer, Yelly's below that number. So this is different than years past, because Yelly, while the batting average hasn't been at times where we want it, because he's been a batting champion a couple of times in his career for the Brewers, he would still have the power numbers or the walk numbers, and everything else would still even out where he would be above average and still be a good player. He's below that number. He's at 95 right now. And it's only going down.
But let me ask you a question. Has he been below 100 at other times during his career with the Brewers, but he's able to even it out at season's end, and that's why when you look at his season-by-season OPS plus, it's all over 100? Am I saying...
Sure, but I don't know what he's going to be able to do to get there at this point. Like, this isn't, he's scuffling for a couple of weeks.
Oh, we still have 62 games left in the season.
He's been scuffling for, 66 games he's played. At 66 games, is this a slump anymore?
Is your concern that this is who he is? That we have seen the best of Yelich, and that
and
this
I don't
season...
want that to be, but after I was so high on him after hitting 29 dingers last year, driving in over 100. All right, Yelly's back, baby.
And
this is the worst year of his career.
How long do you give him, Jen? Because I'd rather be proactive than reactive.
Well, let me ask you this. They keep winning. And I'm not saying that they're winning in spite of him, but as long
Which
as
should
they're
make it easier for him.
Well, and again, listen,
There's no pressure.
I didn't come in this morning thinking I was going to be the president of the Defend Christian Yelich fan club. That was not something I had on the bingo card. And I hear you guys about these other young guys performing well, earning playing time. I get it. I am sort of taking a page out of your book, Chew, and going, but I trust Murph. And if Murph still has him in there, I guarantee they've had talks about it. I guarantee they've had discussions about it. I guarantee he's talked to Yelly about it. Like, hey, how do you want to handle this? What do you want to do? And if we know Christian Yelich, and we do because he's been here as long as he has, the dude is working on it, right?
Yeah.
He's taking extra hacks. He's got to be out there in the cage. Like, I guarantee this is a guy who's doing everything he can to get out of it. So I trust that the brain trust there is going to figure out what to do with Christian Yelich come crunch time this season.
But sometimes you just get old, right? You said he's 34.
Yeah.
You're not 28. You're 34. And your stuff slows down.
They're going to give him every chance and every opportunity. But the clock's ticking.
It's just you got to be so careful with, this is my guy.
Well, and
It's
they
my
still have
guy.
him. They still have him for under contract for 2 more years.
I know.
2 more years after this. So you can't. I don't think you can just go, we're going to bench him, because then what are you going to do for the next 2 years?
Yeah.
You got to figure. So it's a delicate balance of trying to figure it all out.
I know.
A lot of stuff to get to this morning here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We're going to talk about the Misiorowski's outing. The Miz, Jacob Misiorowski's outing yesterday as well. Stick around. Jason Wilde coming up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
LowTUSA.com. LowTUSA.com. That is where you need to go to work with my friends at Mentality. I've been working with them for years. If you're tired, groggy, just don't feel like yourself. Don't feel like you're operating at full capacity. That could be low testosterone. And it's easy for Mentality to find that out. Book your appointment, lowtusa.com. They check total and free testosterone. That free number is very important, but it's one that a lot of places can overlook. Mentality does not. And what they've also learned over the years in treating 25,000 men, you can't rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your testosterone replacement therapy. And this is all customized for you and your body to make sure that your testosterone levels are where they need to be. Mentality works on real medicine. That's why they can get you real results. So go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Biggest delays that I'm seeing so far are on northbound 894 coming out of the Hale interchange pretty much all the way up to National Avenue. So give yourself that extra time. Southbound on 41 slowing down from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Westbound 94 slowing down basically from 35th Street all the way to Hawley Road, with the eastbound side backing up from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, slight chance for a shower, mostly sunny, less humid, a high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 60. Weather's brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Trying to keep up with the 21st century can really get you down.
When you need a break, come to Kessler's. We'll turn your day around.
We have good air conditioning.
And we love making new friends.
The coffee's better than average.
Because we want you to come back again.
We want to be your jeweler.
My father told you for 29 years that he wanted to be your jeweler. He put that desire in everyone he hired.
And then he gave us the company.
He transformed our lives and gave us the most fun job on earth. It's easy to sell jewelry when you sell it for less than it's worth.
Come and take a look at our engagement rings.
And of course, we have thousands of other things. When you're having an overcast day, come to Kessler's. We're going to turn your day around. Free jewelry cleaning done by world-class professionals. While you drink your good coffee in a room full of diamonds and gold. Makes you feel better, no matter what you've been told.
One thing you definitely want to see before you're done
is our exclusive Kessler 81.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Some nights, you don't want a 4-course meal, you want a martini and maybe some fries. Girl dinner at the bar at St. Kate the Arts Hotel gets it. Every day from 4 until close, pull up a stool and enjoy a crisp Caesar salad, golden French fries with garlic aioli and ketchup, and one of St. Kate's signature martinis. Your call. No reservations required. You can learn more at stkatearts.com, stkatearts.com.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
We love our time with Jason Wilde. And we actually have something to talk about today, which is awesome. Instead of like, hey, 3 weeks till training camp. Hey, 2 weeks till training camp. Packers lock up Devonte Wyatt yesterday. Jason, your reaction to that news?
He better stay healthy. They have gotten now what I would argue to be 3 extensions done with guys that were at a discounted price because of injury histories. Like Wyatt got $20 million guaranteed?
Correct.
That doesn't feel like a lot to me. For a team that some were thinking we're going to trade for Jalen Carter and all the other things that have kind of happened during the off season where I don't know how much veracity there is to many of those things, but Goody has said all along that they wanted to keep this guy long term, and now they have. I don't know, man. Like between him or among him, Watson, and then Reed with the injuries he had last year, on the one side, you got them cheaper than they would have cost if they'd all stayed healthy. On the other side, there's some risk there. And Wyatt the last 2 years, last year obviously with the broken leg in Detroit on Thanksgiving, ending his season. The year before that, he had that early season leg injury, which when he came back, he just wasn't the same player, and he was off to such a good start that year. There's risk involved, but of course everything does have risk.
My concern is this, Jason. I like what Goody's doing because Ron used to do the same thing as locking what he thinks is, pretty good future talent up. I just don't know if these guys are good enough. They're certainly not elite right now. I mean, Watson's nowhere near a top 10 list or top 15. Reed, I have no idea. And Wyatt, I just think at the end of the day, we're going to regret getting rid of Quay Walker. I think he was played out of position. I think they're going to play him on the weak side. He's going to be like a Derek Brooks for the old guys like us, Jason, that remember him.
He was pretty good.
I just is Wyatt good enough? I don't know. The sample size doesn't seem like enough.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair take, and you could very much turn out to be right. What I find even more interesting is that, to your point about Ron, that is exactly what Ron would do.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Gutekunst is the one who stood, and he's reduced it now by 1/10 of a point. He's the one who stood there and said, the average is you sign 1.6, and then it became 1.5 players per draft class to extensions. And you let everybody else walk. Well, now we're up to 4 guys from the 2022 class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watson, Ryan, Tom, and Wyatt. And, I mean, I really like Zach Tom. I think he's a really good player. But this is 2 years running where he's been dealing with an injury issue that, he just wasn't strong enough 2 years ago. I mean, he'd be the first one to tell you that. He just never regained the strength in his pec after he tore it during the offseason. And then obviously this past season, he suffers the abdominal injury, jumping over Love after he gets cheap shotted by Aiden Hutchinson, then obviously suffers the partially torn patellar tendon. Those guys those are 4 guys that have gotten extensions out of a class of what, 10, 11? I don't know. Is Goody changing his? It's like, who are you and what have you done with Brian Gutekunst? You got 30-year-old dudes on your team. You're extending your own guys.
I'd argue, Jason, that previous draft classes didn't have enough guys worth extending.
For sure. I mean, if you look at his first 4 classes now, what does he have left? Isaiah McDuffie from 21 and Love from 20?
Yep.
And that's it? I mean, you would if you want to be Ron Wolf, you would like to have at least a couple of other players from those classes that are still on your team, right? But again, to Chewy's point, I don't know. I'm constantly told how quick and twitchy and explosive and all these qualities are that Devonte Wyatt has, and I've seen them with my own eyes on occasion. But I don't know. I think to Chewy's point, I'm torn on whether or not this is a good bargain or a layout of expense that you're going to end up regretting. The one thing I will say about all these contracts, and there's part of me that wonders why these guys signed them, other than to a bird in the hand, as the old saying goes. All 3 of them have taken contracts with a lot less guaranteed money than I feel like other teams give out.
Mm-hmm.
And the Packers somehow managed to get guys to take them, and kudos to Goody and to Russ Ball for doing it.
Jason Woolley joining us on the Yingling Guest Hotline. So, Jason, I saw after this contract was done an interesting little nugget that as far as projected starters for the Packers go, the only ones who do not have multi-year deals currently are Tucker Kraft. We expect that deal to get done at some point in the relative near future. And everybody's favorite Packer, Keyshawn Nixon. Now, I don't think they're giving Nixon any sort of extension, but has Goody basically gone Norman Dale for the next handful of years? And, hey, my team is on the floor, and they've decided to go all in with this core because with signing these extensions, adding some of these guys, there's a little flexibility with some of the contracts, certainly, but it seems like the core is locked in for this year, next, and probably even the year after that.
I just want him to say to like Carrington Valentine, but we need 11 out there. Sit down. Sit down.
My team is on the floor.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that movie. I think we're really getting to an age where people aren't getting that reference, but that's neither here nor there. Tausch will be on later to talk about Dallas. So I had a confusing opinion to some. I think we talked about it at Summerfest at the State of the Packers. Like, I think they're eyeing. They would never say this, right? Because they want to win. You want to win every game, and you want to win the Super Bowl every year. But I really do think the way they're kind of building this team and extending people, that they're eyeing 2027 as their year. Now, Chew, I would ask you. I don't think you guys operated in 96. That's going to be our year. Mm-hmm. But I'm still from that old school of the progression, and I know teams skip steps, right? I mean, there was no reason to think that the New England Patriots were going to be in the Super Bowl this past year, right? They ended up getting ahead of schedule with Vrabel. But I feel like your team obviously had the progression of beating the defending champs at Candlestick and being in that position in the NFC Championship game against your sworn enemies, maybe a little bit earlier than people expected. That was the breakthrough year. To me, this is the year where you would like to see them have that breakthrough where they win a division game and they're in an NFC Championship game like your 95 team was. And then, obviously 2027, if that plays out the way I think it could, then you've got your Super Bowl team. But to your point, there's no doubt that they've done that. And, the other guy that's not on a long-term deal, though, is Carrington Valentine, who may or may not be a starter. I don't know what their plans are with Benjamin St. Juste or Brandon Cisse. But I look at this team and I think, all right, they're going to remake the corner position. They started doing it this year. They're going to do it more so next year, and that'll be kind of the last piece that they fill in terms of building their roster for a 27 championship run.
Jason, before we let you go, last night the internet was taken by storm by photographs of Aaron Rodgers seemingly reconciling with his mom, dad, and brother. Did you have a reaction to that? I got to be honest, following Aaron as long as we have and knowing sort of the arc of his storyline, I was kind of happy for him. I was kind of happy that, whatever had happened between those two sides, they had, kind of reconciled. I don't know. It gave me the warm and fuzzies.
Yeah, it was nice. I liked it on Instagram. I would just say this, and I would ask him this the next time. I know we've talked about maybe going out to Pittsburgh before the preseason opener. If and when I sit down with him, I look at the things he's kind of doing this year, right? There's been multiple instances of him doing bonding stuff with his teammates. There's obviously him reconciling, it would appear, with his family. Obviously, he's going to be playing for Mike McCarthy, who he certainly, let's not forget, threw under the bus during the 2018 season. He appears to have embraced younger teammates. And it just feels to me like someone who is, and we all have this person in our lives, and this is why I want to ask him the question directly, but like we all have this person who never really says they're sorry and never says they're wrong, but their behavior is like their way of tacitly admitting that they were wrong. And I'm just saying, I've talked about it all the time. I would have liked to have seen him take the angle in 2022 of, I want to be fun Uncle Aaron with this youth movement instead of I don't want to be part of a rebuilding process. I would like to see, him. And again, the other thing I would add is that he did do things with teammates that didn't end up on social media. And I did find it interesting that this was something he chose to share, because he does kind of pick his spots on when he wants his private life to be private and when he doesn't. But I got the same feeling. I'm really happy for him. I hope it's a really good thing in his life, but it does seem like he's, if not righting wrongs, at least, trying to, this final year of his NFL career, allegedly, trying to kind of go out having mended whatever fences there might have been, or change his approach in certain ways that he maybe should have changed it earlier.
Good perspective, Jason. We certainly appreciate you weighing in on that and more. Have a great day, sir. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, everybody. Take care. Be good.
Listen to Jason Wilde on Wilde and Tausch right after Jen, Gabe, and Chewy each and every weekday morning here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee.
Milwaukee just got hotter, announcing the Buys of Summer sales event at Ewald Automotive Group. Get the lowest prices guaranteed on new vehicles. They'll beat your best price by $500 or pay you $500 cash. Guaranteed. You can shop over 1,500 vehicles. Make no payments till September. 11 brands, 10 locations. You know it. It's one easy experience with Ewald Automotive. Don't miss Ewald's Buys of Summer sales event. Go to ewaldauto.com. With approved credit, interest accrues from date of purchase. CD number details, expires month end.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We are seeing delays westbound 894 starting around Forest Home through the Hale Interchange all the way up to just about National Avenue, so watch out for that. We've also got backups coming off of the Rock Freeway from Highway 100 through the Hale as well. Westbound 94 backing up from about 35th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound is still backing up from 68th to about 35th. Southbound 41, watch yourself. Give yourself some time from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Slight chance for a shower, mostly sunny, less humid, a high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 60. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Hey, baseball fans, when the game's over, keep the fun of the season going at the award-winning Lake Lawn Resort on beautiful Delavan Lake. Trade the bleachers for the shoreline and the always-on-the-go schedule for total lakeside relaxation. Celebrate your own MVP moments with waterfront dining, golf, relaxing spa escapes, and family fun all season long. Just a short drive from Milwaukee, it's your home run getaway. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com and come find out for yourself why everything is better at the lake.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Kevin Moret here, founder of Mentality Men's Health. Remember the dad we all respected, worked all day, coached our team at night, and still had something left in the tank at bedtime? If you're now the dad who has lost a step and looks like you gave up, stop. There's a reason. One quick blood test of Mentality, we can tell your total and free testosterone that could be causing all these issues. Our physicians have helped over 25,000 men get back to who they are meant to be. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Hey, it's Jen Latta. One thing I've learned while working with 2 Day Painting is that great communication makes all the difference. Their team walked me through every step of my exterior painting project, from color selection to scheduling and project completion. They've also won the Top Choice Award 5 years in a row, and after working with them, I understand why. Every project includes a free color consultation to help bring your vision to life. Schedule your free estimate today at 2daypainting.com. That's 2daypainting.com, and tell them Jen sent you.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
It's a winning explosion at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This July, Winplosion rockets in, bursting with $300,000 in cash and reward play. For your shot at winning, just play with your rewards card. Then join us for the Thursday night prize drawings. Plus, every Winplosion entry also counts toward the big WinFest Grand Finale in September. It's Winplosion. Big bang, big bucks. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Do you like your pickles warm or cold?
Want my pickle a little warm.
Warm's good.
It's better than cold.
Cold
You
can
got
be
shrinkage.
good too.
Yeah, well, no,
Cold
shrinkage
can
gets
be good.
involved. It's not great.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Every time I drive down my street, pull into my driveway, and I look at my newly painted home, I am thrilled with the results. We had 2 Day Painting come out and paint the exterior of our house. We had like this beige color. It was very unassuming, not at all interesting. And now it absolutely pops on the block. If you have a painting project that you have been putting off, now is the perfect time to talk to my friends over at 2 Day Painting. Why? Because they are professional, high-quality workmanship, attention to detail, smooth, hassle-free experience from start to finish, and you can get 15% off and free touch-ups for life. Free estimates are also available. Schedule a free estimate at 2daypainting.com. That's 2daypainting.com, and get started today. Josh and I jinxing during the Jason Wilde segment earlier this morning, both sending to our group text the same graphic at the same time. So there is a graphic that was circulating on social media yesterday, in some ways defending Wyatt, who we were just talking about, and his success rate with the Green Bay Packers. So if you take a look at this graph that I sent you guys, defensive interior percentiles from 2024, 2025, and all the way over on the right-hand side up in the top corner with some names that you recognize, certainly, there's our guy. There he is. And I think it's a good example of how sometimes there are positions that maybe don't get attention every single snap, and you have to aggregate their season production to see how well they did. But Devonte Wyatt right up there in the right-hand corner of this graph, essentially saying, Gabe, that, and I think that this was specifically for pass rush and run stop percentiles, he was amongst the best.
To Jason's point, it's, can you stay healthy? 10 games last year, 14 the year before. Played the full allotment in year 2. Okay, that's great that, and I feel like we've been having this conversation, advanced analytics pointing to Packer players being really well. All right, that has to start to translate to something that that I think you can see a little bit more. And for him, it's just being on the field. I think you can notice him out there. He just needs to be out there more, needs to be healthy. And you're going to have your injuries, you're going to have your ups and downs, but that's the next step for Devonte Wyatt, just like it is for Christian Watson, just like it is for Jaden Reed, just like it will be for Tucker Kraft whenever he signs his extension. The big money the Packers gave away to their own guys this offseason has the one through line. All right, we think you're really good in this limited sample size. We just need you to extrapolate that out over, and play 15 or 16 or the full complement of 17 games.
To me, he just felt a little bit like Rashawn Gary. You know how Rashawn Gary would always start out quick early in the year and have his best numbers and then all of a sudden disappear? I don't know if it's because of injury or whatever, but You know how lists drive people nuts?
Mhm.
You were saying?
Mhm.
These graphs drive me nuts.
Mm.
I can't follow them. They're just too confused. And I don't have the energy. I probably don't give it the time I should.
Have the energy.
I mean, there's an X and Y axis.
Oh,
I
boy.
know,
All right.
it's
His eyes glazed over the second you said the word access.
On one side, you have pass, rush, win rate, percentile.
Chewy's only interested in the access powers, all right? That's the only type of access that he's interested in.
So this graph shows, what he's done. They're projecting. But projecting doesn't always work out.
No, this graph is not projecting.
What to take away from this
No,
is,
I'm saying the Packers signing him, they are projecting.
Yes.
Like Christian Watson. You think Christian Watson will ever be a top 10 receiver in the NFL? I don't know. You think Jaden Reed will be one of the best slot players in the NFL? I don't. Devonte Wyatt, will he be a Pro Bowl? Will he be a Kenny Clark? I don't know. So that's all I'm saying. That's fine signing these guys, but are they good enough to ultimately get to the Super Bowl? And I wanted to ask Jason this. I'll ask you guys, because Jason's the one that mentioned, like, okay, they're getting these guys for deals. You think the fact that Tucker Kraft has not signed yet, he said, no deal here. No. Highest paid.
I don't think the Packers would balk at that, to be honest with you.
It's probably.
Well, then why isn't it done yet?
Well,
maybe they just haven't announced it. I think what it comes down to, Chew, because the thing that all of these deals have in common to me, they, on their face, are market value.
Yes.
But the number that's low is the guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that Tucker's going to, I don't think he is going to go, yeah, I'll make up that money on the back end. I think he might want some
You don't
more
think
of
he's
that
got his
up
heels
front.
in?
I don't. I think within the next week, the contract's going to be announced.
And then what if it isn't before training camp? Then when will you be concerned that
Training camp. If it's not
the start of training camp or
within the first week, if they haven't announced a Tucker Kraft deal, and again, to Gabe's point, the Packers, they love secret squirrel.
Yeah.
So it could be done, and they just don't tell us. You know, it's sort of like hasn't leaked out yet. But I would
make
say
a big announcement next week at the shareholder meeting.
I would say I expect it to be done by training camp, and if it isn't done the first week of training camp, then I start to get a little.
Yeah. Then it starts to linger.
What's
over
after yada yada yada?
All of the little stress.
Because don't they drag their feet a little bit on highest paid deals? Like Jordan Love went into camp and he didn't report.
Yes, that was.
Well, he reported, but.
Well, he didn't report it. He said he wasn't participating.
Yes, correct. But he reported. He was there. He was. Oh, just my hamstring. It's a little tight.
I don't know. I'm just a little tweaky.
They did not hesitate to give Micah the money they gave Micah.
Well, Micah's Micah.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to hesitate to give. Everybody knows what Tucker Kraft is worth.
Will it be a wrangle though? That's my only.
I don't think so.
You
I don't think
so?
there's going to be. He wants to be here. The Packers want him here, and when that's the case, you'll figure out the rest pretty easily.
I'm very much looking forward to in the break where we teach Chewy how to read the chart that we sent to him so he can see where Devonte Wyatt. And by the way, Devonte Adams, Devonte Wyatt, Dontavian Wicks, my brain can't handle it.
Well, you don't have to worry about Dontavian. He's gone.
And Devonte, I suppose.
Yeah.
But every time I say Devonte, my brain wants to go Adams. And every time I try to remember what Wyatt's first name is, my brain wants to say Dontavian. That's why I have to pause.
Is it because he kept calling Dontavian Wicks Devonte Wicks?
Probably. If I can blame him, I will.
That's why I'm big on nicknames.
You want to come up with a nickname for Wyatt?
Let me work on it.
Sounds good. We'll take a break.
Let me introduce you to our friends over at Yentz Family Chiropractic. I look forward to going to the chiropractor each and every Wednesday. That's the day I go. I had never stepped foot in a chiropractic's office before I met with the team at Yentz. I'm so glad I did because they want to make sure that they are addressing what's actually going on instead of just trying to hide the symptoms and cover up the pain. They want to focus on finding out what's really causing the issue and trying to fix that. For nearly 10 years serving Milwaukee area patients, the Yentz Family Chiropractic team has taken the long-term approach to care to make sure that you're feeling better. I love doing everything that they've got to offer. I do the soft wave, the tissue regeneration therapy, do that on my back. I've done the getting down. They've got a decompression therapy table. Love doing that, as well as getting the adjustment. It's a long-term care to make sure my lower back pain that was starting to creep up on me doesn't continue to prevent me from the things I love to do, like going out and playing as much golf as I want to. So if you're dealing with something like that, check out the new patient specialist, JentsFamilyChiropractic.com. That's JentsFamilyChiropractic.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 4th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Local Union 2150 IBEW. Tune in August 4th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. If you're planning an annual meeting, leadership summit, product launch, or trade show, you already know the pressure is on. Events by Design takes those high-stake moments and turns them into immersive experiences that energize your audience and elevate your brand. They handle everything: designing, planning, production, ensuring your event is executed seamlessly. No stress, no scrambling, just a memorable experience that delivers. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally, and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Since January, I've already lost 40 pounds and dropped a couple pant sizes. This program has been simple, safe, and their team has helped me every step of the way. Best of all, it's built to help keep the weight off for good. If you're looking for a weight loss program that works, Milwaukee Weight Loss is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Ready for a weekend you won't forget? Get to the Brewers series against the Rockies Friday, July 24th through Sunday the 26th. There's a game for every fan. See a Brewers postgame alumni legends game on Friday. Then collect a Brewers Guess Who giveaway Saturday night, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Looking for an unbeatable family day? Join the crew Sunday when the first 5,000 kids get a local artist t-shirt giveaway designed by Unfinished Legacy. Get tickets at Brewers.com.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big hurt.
I heard that's like, eh.
Ron in the Key wagon saying, you guys should slow down before you take on a sponsor.
Here I am.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Navigating today's complex market takes more than just a bank. It takes a strategic partner, and that's where Fifth Third Bank comes in. They help businesses manage risk and solve financial challenges with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making. For 167 years, and for nearly 20 right here in Milwaukee, they've been empowering growth with solutions like commercial payments, capital structure optimization, and risk mitigation strategies, big enough to deliver sophisticated solutions, yet local enough to make decisions that matter. Connect with the Milwaukee team today to experience the difference that only Fifth Third can provide. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
If you missed our conversation with Jason Wilde, you can, of course, find it wherever you get your podcasts or podcasts. Good Lord. Or
you got a cat. Now we got a cat at home, so now everything's
good name for a cat. Podcat. Get over here, Podcat. Or on ESPN Wisconsin's app. Jason tweeted out yesterday that Brian Gutekunst and Russ Ball have now signed 4 members of the Packers 2022 draft class. I know he discussed that with us as well. Is your interpretation of that information, Gabe, that it was a really good draft class and Brian Gutekunst probably deserves some credit for that 2022 draft class, or that this is confirmation bias by the GM in saying, I drafted those guys and I believe in them, and that's why we want to lock them up long term because I think they can be the foundation of success that we are looking for?
I just think it ended up being a pretty good draft class. Now, the Sean Ryan aspect, I think, ended up being out of necessity because whatever plans they had at center fell through, and some of the guys that they had drafted at that position just haven't been ready to step up. So that felt, especially after he stepped in because of injury at that position last year, all right, we've got to re-sign Sean Ryan. But Christian Watson, I think we're all happy he signed the extension, right? He deserved that extension.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Tom's their best offensive lineman. He deserved the extension that he got. And Devonte Wyatt, I don't think it's as surefire and locked down as the other two, but I was curious to see if they would lock him up, and he obviously is somebody that they are looking for as being a big contributor to this defense. And Chewy, I know you really like Quay Walker. You mentioned it to Jason. They let him walk away.
Yeah.
They wanted to sign him. He didn't sign the contract, so he walks away in free agency. But it's a pretty good draft class.
Yeah. I think Watson was a good signing. They got him cheaper than Pierce in Indy. It's a good signing. Reed was a good signing. Zach Tom's got to play now. You got paid a lot of money, and like they said, your 2 last years were meh. You're not making meh money.
Uh-huh.
You're making just short of a Pro Bowl money, and I think Wyatt is in that category too. You don't have Pro Bowl money, but you have good player money on the field. So, do you guys agree with me with Zach Tom?
No. Because last year was injury-riddled. Yeah, he had the pec injury the year before, too.
Yeah, but hurt.
He feels like he could have played better.
Yeah.
He had the third most votes at right tackle for All-Pro.
This last year?
The year before. When he was dealing with the pec injury. This last year, he dealt with injuries. He was in and out of the lineup.
Yeah.
But he's also somebody that tried to play when he shouldn't have against the Browns twice.
Yeah, I'm just saying this year's got to be, he's got to get back to where he was.
Yeah,
you know?
but I don't have any concern about that.
Yeah.
I don't have concern about Zach Tom.
Okay.
Over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, guys, I don't know if you've seen the odds, but the Detroit Lions are favored to win the NFC North at plus 160, followed by your Green Bay Packers at plus 230, then the Bears at plus 310, and then the Minnesota Vikings at plus 525. I am seeing a lot of love for the Lions lately, so we'll see how that shakes out. And if you're chasing big jackpots, nonstop excitement, Potawatomi Casino Hotel is your place to play. Fast payouts, so you're right back in the action. You'll never miss a jackpot with all the digital billboards around the city and the casino. 2,600 slot machines. Whether you like the classic reels or the latest interactive games, there's always something new to discover. Play your way with denominations from 1 cent all the way up to $100. Potawatomi Casino Hotel is your place to play.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We are getting word of a possible issue with a train in Waukesha, right around the Prairie Avenue and Progress Avenue area, just north of Sunset Drive. So keep an eye out for that. There may be some roads that are blocked off because the train's not moving through there. Not quite sure what it might be. It might have been a pedestrian that got hit. We're looking into it right now. But just keep an eye out for that area. It might be a little bit of a difficult ride. Otherwise, back onto the freeway. guys, we do have delays on westbound 894 right out of the Mitchell interchange, stretching all the way to about 60th Street. Eastbound slow right through the Hale interchange all the way past Loomis. More backups from the Mitchell interchange on northbound 4394. Those will stretch all the way up past Oklahoma Avenue. And then southbound 43, heavy ride from just north of Good Hope Road to Bender Road, and then from just north of Capitol Drive down past Locust. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, slight chance for a shower, mostly sunny, less humid, a high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 60. Weather's brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. IMSA is up next and is coming up July 30th through August 2nd. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Summer and baseball go hand in hand, and as a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Carbless is helping fans swing into full flavor all season long. Whether you're at the ballpark, tailgating with friends, or catching the game from home, Carbless delivers bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail that's ready wherever summer takes you. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 100 calories, gluten-free and full of flavor. Carbless. Find your bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
We are the home for all your Bucks coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. It's time to hear from the voice of the Brewers.
Fly ball to deep right. It is back. Soto back. Out of here!
Jeff Levering is brought to you by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Go where the pros go to fix all your back pain. Visit them today at neurospine.com.
Appreciate a little Huey Lewis in the news to bring me in today. Love that. Thank you. And I love Huey Lewis in the news, so I'm all about it.
Jeff Levering on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm not sure there's anything as polarizing on this show than the air horn that I requested Joshy play this morning when we announced that the Brewers, after 100 games, have the best record in baseball. People get mad about playing the air horn.
They don't like it?
They don't like it, Chew.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me until it's overused. Then I have a problem.
But again, if you have the best record in baseball after 100 games, Jeff
warranted,
Levering, let's bring Jeff Levering in on this. How do we feel about an air horn? Is it an appropriate use of the air horn this morning as the Brewers have the best record in baseball?
I think air horn is very appropriate. I also would like a pew, 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 pew. That'd be fine too, right? That's it.
I think that is the sound, right? That's
oh,
the
I
sound
thought he wanted Gannon's little lasers.
Shots, explosives.
All right, I like that one.
To be fair, the Brewers were very explosive. Shots
Yes.
last night in the game. Jeff, your big takeaway from last night. Gabe's reaction was that Jacob Misiorowski, of course, they're stretching him out after the All-Star break, after giving him that rest that they believe he needs to go the distance. Was supposed to go 5, but only went, 4?
Yeah, I think that was the initial plan, right?
Yeah, I think 65 to 70 pitches is what they were hoping for. That's what he got to. 4 innings. He said his legs were a little sluggish. And if that's what sluggish legs look like at 99 miles an hour, then you know what? That's okay. But the thing is, he didn't pitch for 2 weeks. He barely picked up a baseball during the All-Star break. So build him back up. He's going to be ready to go. He's going to fly by his career innings mark over the course of what he's done in his career. You want him pitching at his best in September. A start here in July against the New York Mets is not going to be the end all for the season. He looked good yesterday, gave up an unearned run. He's going to be just fine going out there his next time, maybe 85, 90 pitches, and then he's going to be rolling after that. So I have no concerns whatsoever about Jacob Misiorowski.
Jeff, what do you think happened to steady Freddy Peralta? Because he got rocked.
It was a tough night at the yard for Freddie. And I don't think that it was coincidence that the Brewers did their welcome back videos. He's getting ready to get loose and come into the ball game too. I mean, they did the tribute video for Devin Williams and for Freddy Peralta back to back. And Freddie's getting loose in the bullpen, tips his cap. He gets a huge ovation. And then he's got to go get loose and then sit down for half an inning while Miz pitches and then comes out and gives up a couple of runs in the first. I don't think that was a coincidence.
Mental warfare? Are
But
we suggesting mental warfare, Jeff?
potentially. The other thing is too, Jen, is that if anybody's going to have a good scouting report against Freddy Peralta,
Yeah.
it's going to be the guys that created the scouting report to begin with. So for me, I think that the Brewers just had a really good approach. They just did what they needed to do against Freddie.
Jeff Levering joining us on the Yingling guest hotline. Jeff, did Wild Bill ever get his bat back, or did that thing get stuck in the rafters on Sunday?
I'm pretty sure it's still in orbit, actually.
Okay. Never
I'm
came
not
down.
sure it ever came down. Never came down. Just kind of helicoptering. It's a UFO. So I think it's just above Minnesota right now. Maybe
Sure.
just kind of circling.
Jeff, would that have been a problem if it was the fifth inning?
Yes, that would have been a major problem if it was the fifth inning. I also don't think he would have done that in the fifth inning. So that was a pure. This game is over. I don't want to play anymore, and this bat is going to be retired after this. It was a great moment. It was a great bat flip. I loved it, and when you get in one of those moments. Brandon Woodruff talked about it when he hit the home run against Clayton Kershaw, that he remembers touching first base and then never touching any of the other bases. When you hit a ball like that, first you don't feel it, and then you realize, okay, this ball's gone. And he was watching it for a while. And then he just impulse took over. And I'm going to flip this bat into the air as far as it's going to go and hope it doesn't land on somebody.
Jeff, Lance McCullers Jr. yesterday. Are we using the junior, by the way? I'd never used the junior before. Should I get used to that?
So I just say McCullers.
Okay. I'm going to do what you do.
That's me. That's fine. I just say McCullers.
Okay, great. Now we've covered that. Yesterday, he goes 3 innings for the Brewers. The 4 strikeouts, the highlight of that outing. What did you make of how they used him yesterday? And in his, did you like how they used him? And are you optimistic about him, how he'll be able to contribute down the stretch?
I thought he was really good yesterday. That first inning was really impressive. I had never seen his changeup move the way that it moved last night. I thought that was really impressive. He threw a 92-mile-an-hour cutter to, I believe it was Polanco, to strike him out. That it moved from the right-handed batter's box and almost hit Polanco in the back foot. I think that the Brewers, when they acquired Lance McCullers, said, okay, just let's make sure you're healthy first and foremost. He's dealt with so many injuries over the course of his career. Let's make sure he's healthy. Second, let's not just throw him into the fire in game number 1. He had all weekend to throw bullpens. He had all weekend to get to know this pitching staff, and the pitching staff got to know him. And I think that was a really big thing for them. And he provides a lot of depth. I'm not saying he's just going to pitch out of the bullpen for the entirety of his Brewers tenure. I would not be shocked if he makes a start or 2 down the stretch for the Brewers, but you got to stretch him out. I thought he was very impressive yesterday. Felt like he ran out of gas a little in that 3rd inning. But still gave up the 2 runs. The stuff was really, really good. And I think he's really going to help his team.
I'll tell you what, the one thing MLB does better than the NFL is punking their young players. Like when Pratt's first game out, they let him run out of the dugout first. And then last night, how they ignored him after his home run was great. It was good to see. But is he starting to hit his stride, Jeff?
I think so. I think it was okay. He came out of the gate really hot. He had that great first homestand and then had a tough road trip. League got used to him, made adjustments. He made adjustments back. And now I think you're starting to see his feet hit the ground and he's getting comfortable. He's played great defensively at shortstop. And his approach, that outside, the inside to outside, hit it up the middle, hit to right field, is really starting to pay off for him. He talked in the postgame show last night that I was listening on my way back home, and he said that he was expecting fastball, and the first pitch he saw from Freddy Peralta did something that he didn't expect. And then the next pitch was a slider, and he was out in front. But the only way that you're going to be on time is if you have that inside to out approach. And he hit it out. He said, I didn't even hit it that great, but he got out of the ballpark. And I said it on the broadcast last night, he rounded first base, and it wasn't quite Kurt Gibson pumping the arms or Uke in his post-game celebrations in the clubhouse. But I mean, it was a pretty good, all right, I'm in the big leagues. I got my first dinger. It's time to go now.
Jeff, everything's going the way for the Brewers right now. Four-game winning streak coming out of the All-Star break. Best record in baseball, but of course not everything is great with the Brewers with the news for Brandon Woodruff getting surgery once again. I don't know how he pitches again because he's not going to pitch next year, and then he's going to be 35 by the time 2028 rolls around. But he's been such a large part of what I've called the golden era of Brewers baseball, this run that they've been on of making the postseason every year but one. What are you going to remember most about the career of Brandon Woodruff with the Brewers?
He's amazing. He's one of my favorite Brewers of all time, and that's not just me saying that. He really is. He shows up with the same attitude every single day, and I would say the same thing about Freddy Peralta. Freddie would always give me the biggest high fives and biggest hugs when I saw him in the clubhouse. Woody's the same. I walked in the clubhouse yesterday, saw Brandon, and he goes, "Hey man, did you get one of them bobbleheads?" I went, "Oh my God, Woody, this is the best." But he is just a human being. At the end of the day, he is a true human being. Who he is on the field is exactly who he is in the clubhouse, is exactly how he is outside of the clubhouse. And I just think he is so authentic. And that's one of the best things that I can say about a human being. I think that's what anybody can say about anybody else is that they're authentic. Um, but he has taken the baseball whenever he's been available, and he has shown up for this organization. It would look weird if he ever wore a jersey other than a Brewers jersey. I think he feels the same way too. But at the end of the day, it was a joy watching Brandon Woodruff pitch. I hope I get an opportunity to watch him throw a baseball again because I want to see angry fastballs. I want to see just his eyeballs staring at me from behind a glove. Like he's a joy. He is a true joy and truly one of my favorite humans.
Jeff Levering hanging out with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning as he does each and every Tuesday during the baseball season. All right, let's talk about the conversation we had earlier this morning about Christian Yelich. Chewy is concerned that it might be time to move him out of the DH spot, maybe out of the leadoff spot. I said, look, I trust the brain trust. I'm sure there have been conversations, and I guarantee that Murph is, going to do what's best for this team. That's just how I feel with him being a two-time National League Manager of the Year. What say you when it comes to Christian Yelich in this lineup?
For me, Christian Yelich, the upside outweighs the downside. So you're just hoping that one of these days it clicks. And it hasn't clicked. I mean, it's been a month now where he's really struggled. I think the numbers that I crunched before Sunday's game, he was hitting about 180 over his last 30 games, somewhere around there. But he is getting on base. He is scoring runs. He is having good at bats. Are there a lot of ground outs to second base? Yes. Are there a lot of strikeouts? Yes. But he still provides the threat. And I think that is what's most important. He still has those long at bats and sets up Jackson Churio behind him. He's still driving in runs when he needs to, for the most part. I do think that the upside still outweighs the downside. You talk about taking him out of the DH spot. I mean, that for me, he is a DH. He's played left field one time this year. So he's a DH. That's what he is right now. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. You're getting creative with Jake Bauers in the outfield. He's at first base. I think Andrew Vaughn has certainly a case to play every single day. But I think that this team is better when Christian Yelich is in the lineup. I really do. And listen, they've won 63 games of their first 100. That's not by accident. And he's been in the leadoff spot for most of it.
Jeff, I saw Harrison had an MRI, came up fine. When do you expect we'll see him back?
Yeah, he's doing fine. I actually talked to him yesterday. He feels good. He's not eligible to come back from the injured list until this weekend. I don't think he will pitch this weekend against the Rockies. They might push him to San Francisco. But for me, he's feeling good. But it's a lot like Misiorowski, where you're going to have to build him back up because it's been a couple of weeks. And he's had short starts going into him going on the injured list too. So you're going to have to build him back up. If he doesn't go on a minor league rehab assignment, he just stays in the big leagues and pitches in the big leagues, he will have to be built up.
All right, Jeff. Stephen Nesbitt, he tweeted it out yesterday, sent Brewers Twitter into a frenzy. Nobody knew what it meant. The Milwaukee Brewers are doing it again. What did that tweet mean to you?
They're doing it again means to me that nobody understands why the Brewers continue to win, yet they have the best record in Major League Baseball. That's what that says to me. They have a knack for winning ball games. They have a knack for playing together. They subtract every single year, yet it doesn't matter. They just keep on the machine just keeps on going. That's what that means to me.
What did you want it to mean?
Oh, please, Chew.
What?
I mean, there were people who thought that it meant Andrew Fisher. There were people that thought that it meant Luis Lara. Like, the list went on and on about
Jesus Mate getting an extension.
How people were interpreting the news about
you could go in a multitude. You could go in a multitude of different directions. Yeah, totally. They did it again. Another bobblehead. I mean, what do you want it to be? They're adding another sausage to the sausage
Had
race.
it been
who
after
knows?
McCullers pitched, it could have been about McCullers going out there and looking good, right?
Wait, what sausage do you want to see added to the sausage race? Did you just have a Freudian slip there that you want a sixth sausage in the sausage race? What are we missing?
That warning track is not wide enough for chorizo's melon anyway. So what are you going to do? Are you going to add a jalapeno cheddar brat to it? I mean, is it a breakfast sausage?
Exactly.
What are we
Get a link out there?
I got wild boar Italians that are unbelievable. That wouldn't be.
I bet those are tasty. What would that look like? Would it just have a boar
just
head?
Just a boar's head with a chef's hat on it? Yeah.
Okay. Now
why a chef's hat?
Johnsonville's got the Dr. Pepper one that's out there now. Got a lot of different options on the sausage race.
So maybe the sausage maybe this one has a stethoscope around its neck.
There you go. I mean, is the Polish head on backwards? No. Right?
Screen door in a submarine? No, man.
I do like it when you make fun of yourself.
I know. I deserve it, though.
Jeff, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great one. We'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great Tuesday.
That's Jeff Levering. I'm working through the Christian Yelich thing. Because on one hand, again, to the point that you guys made earlier, the numbers are not good. And, at what point do they have to make a change? And I'm still thinking there's no doubt in my mind that Murph and company have had these conversations internally, and they're trying to figure out whatever they can to make it click for Yelly. Just hasn't yet. Curious what the fan base thinks about that as well. 800-990-3776. What do you think, Joshy? Infinity Exterior Twitter poll. Is it time to sit Christian Yelich?
Look, I don't think they're not going to sit him. I'm looking at potentially dropping him in the lineup. Because you want to cluster your best hitters together.
Yeah.
And right now, he's not one of their best hitters.
Start there?
Yeah. He's got 2 years left on the deal after this year, Chew.
No,
I can't imagine that they sit him. If they sit him, it's just going to be for a day off. It's not going to be an extended period of time. They're not going to bench Yelly. Like, that's not, I don't think that's an option.
When does it get into kicker territory?
What do you mean?
Like kickers missing field goals.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Does the kicker have 2 years, $22 million per guaranteed left on the deal?
I'm not saying cut him, Gabe. I'm just saying there's got to be a plan. If a kicker misses 2 extra points and you win, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you missed 45. There's got to be, okay, what are we doing here? Are we going to bring someone in as backup? I'm a proactive guy. I'm not reactive. If you know anything about me, I'm all proactive.
Yeah, that's what you're known for. Very famous for, being proactive. Yes.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make magic out of whatever's lurking in your fridge. Be proactive like Chewy is. Let Screamin' Sicilian handle dinner. Grab the original loaded edge to edge with real cheese, premium toppings, or maybe you want to try Screamin' Sicilian breadsticks. Warm, cheesy, pull-apart breadsticks that you're not going to want to share. Each one just $5.99. That's right. You heard that. It's $5.99 right now at Sendix. More flavor, more cheese, more reasons to make tonight a pizza night. More is amore. Swing by Sendix. Consider dinner handled with Screamin' Sicilian.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound on 41, heavy ride from Hampton down to Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing down from Watertown Plank Road all the way to Burleigh. We've got westbound 94, heavy from just about 30th Street to Hawley Road. Back on the brakes from Highway 100 to Elm Grove Road, and again past Moreland Road to Calhoun. Eastbound's heavy right past Highway 16, and then from 76th Street to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by MoMA. MoMA is the new name connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, getting you back in action with expert evaluation and innovative treatments provided in their offices, the surgery center, ortho laser, or MOSH. Call or walk in today. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, slight chance for a shower, mostly sunny, less humid, a high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 60. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Ready, Milwaukee. Join ESPN Milwaukee and Yingling this Saturday night starting at 6 p.m. from Dugout 54 on Blue Mound for the ultimate Yingling watch party. Kick off your day with the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team. Score awesome Yingling prizes. Enjoy great food and ice-cold Yingling, then cheer on the first-place crew as they take on Colorado. Nothing says summer like baseball, friends, and America's oldest brewery. We'll see you Saturday at 6 p.m. at Dugout 54 on Blue Mound. DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Kevin Moret from Mentality Men's Health. Here's what we've learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't just rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. Our physician's treatment designed to support your recovery, repair, and performance with peptide therapy. A custom plan around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field, and peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
It's time now for the Sewer Ninjas Minute of the Day, featuring helpful tips to protect your home and prevent costly repairs by staying one step ahead of sewer problems. From your local experts at Sewer Ninjas.
Many homeowners assume that if they have a sewer problem, their entire yard will need to be dug up. The good news is, that's often no longer the case. Thanks to advances in trenchless technology, many sewer lines can now be repaired from the inside without extensive excavation. Every sewer problem is different, which is why a professional camera inspection is so important to figure out what's going on. I'm Jordan with Sewer Ninjas, locally owned, Wisconsin proud, and here to help you protect your home.
This has been the Sewer Ninjas Minute of the Day, helping Wisconsin homeowners stay ahead of costly sewer problems, 1 minute at a time. Learn more today at sewerninjas.com.
ESPN fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. Whether you're putting in long days on the job, coaching the kids, spending weekends on the golf course, or just trying to stay active, your body takes on a lot. And if back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica have become a part of your routine, Jens Family Chiropractic believes it's worth finding out why. Their focus is identifying the cause of the problem, not just covering up symptoms. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
There's two things she counts in the house. One of the pictures. What do you think the other one is?
Firearms.
Viagra.
On 94.5 ESPN.
You know what I always say, Josh is a grind, but I also say happy wife, happy life. And a lot of times that starts with a visit to the Jewelry Center. From custom-made in Milwaukee engagement rings to everyday pieces like diamond earrings or a gold chain for a special occasion, The Jewelry Center does it all. And here's the thing. They design everything in-house so you can sit down with an expert, build the perfect ring, and it may cost a lot less than you think. When the day comes for my boys to take that next step, they know exactly where they're going. They're going to the Jewelry Center. Just ask Gabe. Stop in one of their 4 locations, Brookfield, Greenfield, Burlington, or Mequon today. He's crabby today.
It's Chewy's favorite segment of the week.
Hey, big guy, you catch the game?
It's Power Rankings time on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You catch the game last night?
Can I say yes to you? What will the big guy have in store for us today?
See the game last night?
Which game?
Any of them.
You forgot there was an open, huh?
Well, he just told me 2 seconds before I was supposed to do it. I focus, because I'm proactive, with my power rankings, and it kind of
shook you a little bit?
Took me, a little bit by storm.
Professional
But
broadcaster
even
over
his breaks today, haven't you seen the little snooty?
We have run a little bit long at times.
Break.
What do you have, a
Break.
mouse in your pocket? I don't control anything.
I
okay?
did want to tell
when
guys,
you stop
though.
talking.
I did want to tell you, and Josh is not going to like this, but I went to the Jewelry Center this weekend. I had a graduation party.
Nice.
Popped over, got some earrings for the lovely lady who's graduating from high school. I'd never been in before, but they were wonderful.
They are the best. They're best.
What do we
That's
got
the only
today?
place I go. In honor of my computer not working, in honor of the State Fair right around the corner, love the State Fair. Love it. All I need from you guys are the 10 biggest state fairs in the United States. Now, they're popular. There's a handful that is going to take a little work, but for the most part, don't overthink this. But
we don't need to get them in order, right? We just got to
just name them.
boppity-bop
So
around.
I'll give you 13 to get 6.
OMG.
No, I
Come
said 13
on.
to get 7.
Oh, okay.
13 to get 7. I was going to go 12-6. Went 13-7. So
100% Wisconsin is on this list.
concur.
I mean, she guessed it. She said 100%.
Wisconsin is number 7.
Okay. I will say Minnesota.
Minnesota is number 2.
Yeah,
Just
Minnesota's
out of curiosity,
huge.
when is this list from?
This is from AI. So AI's been around for what? 6 weeks?
No.
6 weeks.
That is not how it works.
Isn't Iowa's massive?
Yeah, Iowa's is pretty big.
Iowa is number 6.
And Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is numero uno. All right, now you got to work. You got to work a little bit.
When I lived in Connecticut, we went to the Big E.
Ah, you suck.
Yeah. And the Big E is it's because they're all tiny little
Yeah.
states. They bring them all together.
Oh.
The Big E's like 20 minutes from my house.
Yes, it
I
is.
thought you had no
No,
chance.
uh-huh.
Damn it.
Remember,
All
I
right.
lived in Connecticut for 4 years.
Yeah,
So what number's Biggie?
3. The Big E.
Is it Oklahoma's
I
big?
was going to say Oklahoma just because it's right next to Texas. It's got to have similar vibes, right? Oklahoma?
Oklahoma not on the list.
All right.
There's your one strike. You got
We got
3,
plenty of
5. You need
strikes.
2 more.
Yeah, you gave us so
We
many
got plenty of
strikes.
strikes and just 2 more to get.
Is New York on the list?
Yes. New York is number 5. God, you guys are killing it. I feel like Peralta here.
Good pop. Good pop.
Your mechanics are a little off there today, buddy.
No.
It's throwing it right down the pipe. I'm trying to think who else. Who else would have a big state fair? Would Georgia do a big state fair? No.
Time out. Can you reset what we have already?
All right, you have 1 Texas, 2 Minnesota, 3 the Big E, 5 New York, 6 Iowa, 7 Wisconsin.
I was going to say Iowa, but I didn't realize.
Yeah, we already done Iowa. Let's stick in the Midwest. I'll say Indiana.
Indiana not on the list. All right, you got 2 bumps.
How about, is Illinois on the list? Illinois State Fair?
Illinois, not on the list.
Darn it.
You
All
got
right.
3 bumps.
So do we vacate the Midwest?
I think
or-
so. I think so.
Okay.
You got 4, 8, 9, 10.
What else would have a big state fair? Colorado.
Colorado,
Also,
not on the list.
Your list is inaccurate, I think.
It's AI.
Is there
Well,
one
yes.
listed as the Tulsa State Fair?
No.
Okay.
No, these are all
'Cause that would be
states.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you got 4 down.
How could they call it the Tulsa State Fair?
I don't know. It's just what they do.
All right. You need what? You need one more.
Does Florida even have a state fair, or is that just Disney World?
MGM.
That'd be number 1.
Does California have a state fair? I'm guessing Hawaii does not.
Yeah. Tough to have a big one, too.
Let's go with Rhode Island.
No, they're part of the Big E.
I know. All right, what do you got? You got 4 strikes. You got, what did I give you? 13 to
How
get
about,
7?
what about Ohio? Is Ohio on the list?
It can be.
It is. It can
Ohio, number 8.
be. Okay, good. Because
Why
I
don't you
was.
just give us the rest of the list?
Huh?
So why don't you just give us the rest of the list?
See what I mean by just crabby?
Didn't
today?
they already lose?
No.
No, he gave us 5 strikes.
No,
Yeah.
they won.
Didn't do that either.
All right.
We've only.
Yeah,
oh,
we
yeah,
had
we
to get
did. Yeah,
7.
we got 7. Yeah, we just won.
Houston, number 4.
So
Houston is not a state.
Well, it says Houston.
Well, Joshy, you
especially
were right
because
in theory.
Texas was 1. Why would we guess Houston State Fair at 4?
Don't play into his hand, please.
But he said the Tulsa thing.
And Tulsa wasn't on
That
the
was the time for you
This
to
is-
scan
That was
the
proactive,
list.
boy.
This is what I mean about
Scan
graphs.
the list.
Also, I'm looking at here. Oklahoma is one of the top
No,
10.
4, Houston. 9 is North Carolina.
He's over here like 9, Syracuse, the Syracuse
10,
State Fair,
Arizona. There you have it. Great list. You're welcome.
Boulder State Fair, and Tallahassee State Fair.
Why would
okay.
we ever want this segment to run smoothly? It's not what it's about.
When you saw Texas at 1 and Houston at 4, did anything go off in your head? Like,
No.
huh,
I can't believe you
something
even
might
are
be off
asking
here.
that question. We clearly know the
Well,
answer
well,
to it.
It's one of 2 things. Either he didn't notice or he didn't care. And I was just wondering which one it was.
Column A and D.
Chris weighing in on the YouTube stream. He says, how can we expect AI to know that Houston isn't a state? It's only been around for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's still learning. AI is still learning what the states are.
Beta phase AI. You knucklehead.
Cold beer, warm summer nights, and the people who matter most. That's the spirit of Yuengling Lager. Yuengling Lager has been bringing people together for generations. A real American beer, smooth, rich, and right here in Wisconsin. Tailgates, backyard barbecues, fishing trips, and ball games. Yuengling Lager belongs wherever Americans come together. Backed by 6 generations of brewing tradition since 1829, Yuengling Traditional Lager is a true American original from the oldest brewery in America. So make sure this summer you're grabbing a Yuengling Lager, cracking it open, and raising a toast to American tradition. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after
on
this.
Westbound 94, basically from about 30th Street to Hawley Road. Then you're back on the brakes just west of Highway 100, and that'll stretch all the way almost to Calhoun. We do have a broken down vehicle on westbound 94 just past Moreland Road, so that's going to be adding to the headaches there. Eastbound backing up from about 76th Street all the way to 35th. Southbound 41, heavy ride from about Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive to Burleigh. Northbound slowing down from Blue Mound Road all the way up past Burleigh. A little bit more heading up from Capitol to Hampton as well. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Slight chance for a shower, mostly sunny, less humid, a high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 60. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. For custom apparel that helps your team, business, or event stand out, choose Big Frog. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
This summer, escape to Lake Lawn Resort, where lake life meets resort luxury. Nestled along the shores of beautiful Delavan Lake, Lake Lawn is the perfect destination for a weekend getaway, family vacation, or even a few days to simply unplug and recharge. Enjoy boating and water sports, lakeside golf at Majestic Oaks, relaxing spa treatments, exceptional dining, and breathtaking sunsets along 2 miles of shoreline. Whether you're looking for adventure on the water or a quiet lakeside retreat, the perfect Wisconsin summer is waiting at Lake Lawn Resort. Visit lakelawnresort.com to book your stay today.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Get ready for Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox, at the Bud Pavilion at Wisconsin State Fair Park. This week, Road Crew takes the stage with an electrifying night of country music. Catch the live music starting at 7. Don't miss Road Crew this Wednesday at the Bud Pavilion at Wisconsin State Fair Park.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks? Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
But she doesn't know. Every now and then, I got the blammer coming up and I'll let you use my tractor for 2 of the blue things. Which I think's a pretty good deal, which gets me in trouble.
You got a Viagra ring?
On 94.5 ESPN.
When someone walks into your lobby, office, or facility, what impression do they get from your business? Turn ordinary spaces into memorable brand experiences with Captivate exhibits. I was able to visit Captivate a couple of weeks ago, and seeing everything that they're capable of doing on site, their creative team, they're going to be with you every step of the process to really turn that space that you have into something a little bit more memorable. Whether we're talking about a history wall, company timelines, a lobby renovation, trophy displays, break rooms, Captivate creates spaces that tell your story and will celebrate your culture. They've been doing it for more than 32 years. Captivate has been creating custom, memorable environments that connect with employees and visitors alike. So see how they can transform your space and brand today. Visit them online, CaptivateExhibits.com.
We talked to Jeff Levering earlier this morning, a smidge about The Miz. And Gabe, your reaction after watching yesterday's game, again, we appreciated the offensive output that they had against Freddy Peralta. We appreciated the guys hit a few home runs. Even though, Gabe, I believe you told me that they did not move out of last place. They still have the
Correct.
fewest number of home runs in Major League Baseball, even after hitting 3 yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Still tied for last with the Arizona Diamondbacks now.
And yet they have the best record in baseball. Did I see correctly that Chris Sanchez got the best of Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah, it was a good game last night. Mm-hmm.
So Jacob Misiorowski, as Jeff Levering reminded us, they're sort of ramping him back up. But he thinks that next time, 85 pitches, and then after that, he'll be back to full-strength Jacob Misiorowski. Concerns at all after what you saw yesterday, or you trust the way they're going to handle the ace of this staff. The goal is for him to be there at the end, to be able to have dominant pitching performances in the playoffs, and we are going to let them do whatever they need to do with Misiorowski to get there.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Of course, you would have loved to see him get a 5th inning and rack up a couple more strikeouts, maybe pick up a win, boost some of those numbers. But ultimately with Miz, Jeff said as much, Jeff Levering, when he joined us earlier today, where he hadn't really picked up a baseball during the All-Star break. He took advantage of the time off. So now you got to ramp him back up. There's no problem with that because it also helps them be able to monitor the innings. The one thing Murph talked about postgame is maybe they keep some of his innings short or his outings shorter instead of letting him work deeper into games. And that's a way that they monitor his innings count as the season goes along. Instead of skipping a turn in the rotation, try to keep him in that rhythm the way that they did this time around. I think there's going to be some push and pull, some learning experiences on how best to handle this. But at 144 innings last year, obviously that number is going up, but you don't want it to go up by too much. So we don't know what the official number is that the Brewers have in mind that they want him to throw this year. But they're going to be doing things like this where maybe he only pitches 4 innings in a game or, comes out a little bit sooner than you expect to make sure that he is as fresh as possible for when we get to September and then October.
I didn't realize they lose their legs. I never lost, because you sprain an MCL, you might miss a game or two, which causes you can't, because we lift in season, not as much, but we still have to lift 3 days a week. Never lost my legs. But it sucks when you lose your legs, I can tell you that.
Yeah. So that's why the velocity was down a tick.
Yeah.
Still, 99.
Yeah.
Wasn't triple digits the way. So, and I think that just kind of threw his mechanics off a little bit and why he was a little bit wild at times yesterday.
Why was Jeff kind of saying that Harrison should go to Nashville to get a tune-up because it's been so long? Because what I read, they're not doing that.
Yeah. I think Jeff was just saying it's going to be a similar thing because he hasn't pitched in so long now.
Mm-hmm.
So if they just throw him right back out there, he's not going to go out there and throw 6 or 7 innings. It's going to be similar to Miz, where they'll throw a 65, 70 pitch count on him, and hopefully you can get through 4 or 5 innings and then have to lean on some of the guys that can throw a little bit longer, like McCullers, like Chad Patrick.
God,
out
it's
of the back
amazing
end of the
how
bullpen.
controlled things are today. Back in my day, there was nothing like, yeah, sure, go ahead, get back in there. No big deal. You go to McDonald's, that's fine. Who cares? Now it's like,
what was your pregame meal? Well, I had a couple of Big Macs.
Yeah.
And a Coke Diesel.
But even our pregame meal was like pancakes and syrup and a steak and,
Well, the steak probably isn't too bad, but
I
the
don't
pancakes
know.
and syrup probably not the best for high-functioning
now,
athletes.
I would just have a protein shake so you don't have all that stuff in your gut, which I'm sure they do now.
Does the losing his legs go back to the offseason where he focused, I won't say entirely because that would be dumb, but mostly on his leg strength? I think he famously told us that he jumped up in pants size,
Mhm.
right? From like a 36 to a 38 because of all of the leg work.
Well, that's where you put your most weight on.
Yeah.
You put your most weight on in your legs.
I mean, pitching.
Because you think of the upper body, you'll get restrictive.
Yeah.
Because even quarterbacks, they're not supposed to do biceps or certain things. I would say for a pitcher, I don't think you'd want your shoulders being
Wasn't that
bulky.
always the criticism of Tim Tebow?
No arms?
No, he had nothing but arms.
No, that he lifted so much
he
that
had
they were
huge
concerned that
arms,
it
too.
limited
Yeah.
his ability to throw.
Yeah, but he can throw
Sure looked
anyway,
like
so
it.
it didn't really matter. Yeah.
Another example of why you need to be watching on YouTube. As Chewy just imitated Tim Tebow throwing.
So I guess I was just wondering if, because he took some time off, if you have to then go back again, does he have to re-strengthen his legs? You
No,
take a
I
couple
think
of
it's
weeks
just-
off and you got to get back in the gym or something?
No, I mean, obviously they're going to be in the gym and doing stuff like that, but I just don't think it's
Like probably not a lot of
Whatever.
shoulders, not a lot of arms, but a ton of core, right? Ton of core and a ton of legs. You know,
when you haven't, if you hadn't been touching a baseball, there's a couple of muscles there that you're gonna.
Which is scary. I wonder at what age does a pitcher top out? So could he be throwing 106 in 2 years?
Maybe.
You know, it's insane.
So this kind of goes back to the conversation that we're having, Chew, which is like short-term gains versus long-term gains. Like, could he throw 106? Yes, I would argue that doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the end game? So he throws 106 and then maybe doesn't throw 104 again because he blew out his arm or has to have Tommy John or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I wonder if you just go, it's unnecessary. Let's just keep it inside the restrictor plates. Let's keep the governor on when it comes to this stuff, and then, have him for the long term.
And then develop maybe some other pitches, or no?
Yeah, because he went to a lot of his off-speed stuff. He was throwing more cutters last night, second time through, just because, again, his legs weren't necessarily underneath him. And I'm not concerned whatsoever about Miz. They have a really good plan.
Yeah.
They're going to execute that plan, and he is, I think, going to be at his best when they need him the most.
So again, I feel like that is the mindset that we should take with most of the Brewers' decisions, Christian Yelich included, right? If we feel like the Brewers have a plan, there's proof of life here, right? They've shown conceptually that they are in a really good spot, best record in baseball right now, even with some of the injuries that they have had to withstand. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to managing the roster.
As long as there's a plan and not just, well, let's let him hit out of it. As long as there's a plan, I'm fine. But just, because maybe you don't. Am I right?
Yeah. Maybe you get hit by lightning. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe you go to the Houston State Fair, in the next couple weeks.
I prefer Tulsa. Josh DiMaggio here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. I knew it was finally time to do something for myself, not just talk about it. That's why I'm on that journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. I was ready for more than quick fixes. I wanted something that actually worked and lasted. I'm sleeping better, feeling more confident, and noticing changes that keep me motivated every single week. Milwaukee Weight Loss, it's a doctor-developed, doctor-supervised program designed to help people lose weight safely, naturally, and to keep it off. Some patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a month or two. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. This program is different. It has no intense workouts, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, or counting calories or points. No drugs, surgeries, or injections. Just a proven metabolic reset. And for a limited time, you can get $200 off with the Milwaukee Weight Loss Summer Special. Book your free consultation now at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com, or give them a call at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980. Make sure you tell them that Homer and Josh from ESPN Milwaukee sent you.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 4th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Local Union 2150 IBEW. Tune in August 4th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
How much time have you spent searching your garage for a tool or a piece of equipment that you know is in there somewhere? Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Closets by Design helps homeowners transform cluttered garages with custom cabinets, wall storage systems, and flooring solutions built around the way you live. I love what they did with my closet, and now I understand why so many homeowners trust them with their garages too. Right now, you can get 40% off and ask them about special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. There's so much to love about summer. Longer days, backyard barbecues, evenings on the patio. You want to enjoy everything about the summer except the heat that somehow always finds its way into your house. Right now, buy 4 windows, you'll get 4 free. Plus, you'll get 48 months of 0% interest financing. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free. 48 months interest free. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Kenny here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-hour energy shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of the guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's a delicious, portable, zero-sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on summer with Firework Freeze 5-hour energy shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
Michelle here. Look, in sports, the best teams know when to make their move. Sherwin-Williams is making theirs with their summer sale. We're talking 30% off select paints and stains, or 35% off their new product, Emerald Symmetry, July 17th through the 27th. You know, I've been looking at these studio walls. They could use a little more red. Get that cardinal spirit going. Yeah, I like that. You can order online for delivery or swing by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
You never know when someone you care about might need a place like Curative Care. For more than a century, Curative Care has been helping children, adults, and families across southeast Wisconsin navigate developmental disabilities and find the support they need to thrive. They help families every step of the way, from early childhood through adulthood. They connect parents with resources, provide guidance through challenging times, and create a community where people truly belong. If you know someone who may be looking for answers and support for a loved one with developmental disabilities, visit curative.org. That's curative.org. Do it today.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Did you know that fact, though?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that fact?
Is that just a fact, Brig?
Yeah. I mean, that's what Chewy does. Chewy knows the most facts of anyone on the show.
He also knows the most fiction.
On 94.5 ESPN.
You guys know how I feel about Closets by Design. They gave me organization. They gave me peace of mind in my closet. And they can do the same for you in your garage. If you're pulling into your garage going, man, this place is chaotic. Man, this place is a disaster. How can I find anything? My tools, my sporting equipment, my golf clubs, whatever it may be, Closets by Design can help. They have customizable cabinets to keep everything organized and out of sight. They've got wall storage systems to help you maximize your space. They've got durable garage flooring that is built to last. Everything can be designed with you in mind and how you use your garage. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It is personalized, and that's why I cannot recommend Closets by Design enough. Right now, you can get 40% off your design. Ask about special financing options as well. Schedule your free in-home design consultation at closetsbydesign.com. Back here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and while we have talked about there's a lot to be excited about with the Milwaukee Brewers, I was surprised for the conversation to take a turn towards Christian Yelich. Not that I'm mad about it. I was just surprised that that was the debate that we had this morning about how long he should remain in the leadoff spot. I think it remains to be seen. I think we're going to keep our eye on it because as we have discussed, the Brewers keep winning. So I guess, Gabe, until it feels like maybe Christian Yelich's presence in the lineup is hurting the team in a like visible, tangible, obvious way, I can't help but wonder if they will defer and let him work his way through it.
Yeah, I mean, last 28 days, he's hitting 190. 27 strikeouts in 21 games.
What would your timeline be?
I mean, I would.
Are there series, when we look at the Brewers schedule, and I know we've talked about how they have a tough schedule, but also this is an easy stretch on a quote-unquote tough schedule. They've got the rest of the series against the Mets. They've got an off day. They've got Colorado, then San Fran, than the Angels. Would you give him to the start of August? Gives him 2 more weeks, essentially, to kind of try to figure out something at the plate.
Again, I do not believe they're going to take him out of the lineup, but they've dropped guys in the lineup before. I mean, Jake Bauers hasn't been swinging. Jake Bauers still swinging it better than Yelly. They've dropped him down in the lineup because Garrett Mitchell's been swinging a really good bat, so they've moved him up. And I'm sure Yelly will have a day off or 2 still for the remainder of this homestand. But, yeah, I'm just really curious to see how much longer they keep that up there, because even if you are winning games, you need to be better than 190 with a 312 on base out of that leadoff spot.
Well, you just want to be hot. I know the playoffs are little ways off, but it's not like you pick up a bat in the playoffs and all of a sudden, you just, like I said, as long as they have a plan, whether it's moving them down in the lineup to see if that helps or giving them some rest.
Just take some pressure off of them by moving them down. Put somebody else at the top of that lineup. And whether it's just moving everybody else up and having Churio bat lead off, and then you go with Terang and then Contreras, and however you're going to construct the lineup on any given day. But you've got options. They've had plenty of guys hitting that leadoff spot. But I cannot imagine it's a if he misses one game, it's just a day off for Yelly.
Does he look older to you? Like, I was watching Messi the other day. He's kind of has, even though he's unbelievable, the World Cup Messi, he still has old guy knees, the way he runs.
He's 39.
Pardon?
Messi's 39.
Yeah, I know. But that's what happens with age. Things just kind of like...
He still runs really well. Still a really good base runner.
But you can just still tell it's not as fluid as 6-7 years ago. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sox getting old. Happens.
Are we all in agreement that they do need a better version of Christian Yelich in order for them to be a World Series bound team?
Yeah.
Because you cannot have that hole in the lineup, right? Like,
Correct.
If you're going up against these playoff caliber teams, you have to be strong 1 through 9.
Not even necessarily 1 through 9. You just can't have that many holes. Teams are going to have guys at the bottom of the lineup that just aren't as good of hitters, right? And that's going to be everybody. But you can't have too many of them. You can't have Christian Yelich hitting worse than Cooper Pratt and Joey Ortiz. Can't have that.
No.
Nobody is insinuating that they should get rid of Yelich, but John in the MKE says you might not want to get rid of Yelich because of the effect that the Hader trade had on the team. He's beloved. Yes, he's not hitting well, but they still love him, so he's harder to get rid of. Again, they're not saying get rid of him. It's more of like, do you sit him down? Do you move him in the lineup, etc.? I do think there is something to that. It does seem like Murphy is pretty in tune with the chemistry of this team and how well they all get along and what role each guy plays. So it wouldn't surprise me if that is factoring in what is Yelich's role with this team and how would moving him affect the rest of the team as they continue in the second half of the season. Good conversation. We appreciate it, certainly. Wilde and Tausch is next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great day, everybody.
Still a bit heavy westbound on 894 coming out of the Mitchell Interchange all the way to 76th Street. Eastbound also slow from the Hale to 76th. Southbound on 41, backups from Appleton Avenue all the way past Hampton. Northbound backing up from North Avenue up past Burleigh. Not quite to